Bob's Breakfast.
It's always nice to get an unexpected compliment. Yesterday, Julie, my wife, she's talking to a lady in the lobby of the block of flats where we live. Now, Julie's in her 40s. The lady looked at Julie, tilted her head to one side and said, "Are you 23? Well, Julie gave a polite giggle and made a minor adjustment to her hair. And then the lady carried on. "'Cause there's some mail here for 23 that's ended up in our mailbox."
BOBfm.
Of all the things to get your head stuck in, a toilet seat has been down there with the least appealing. But 4-year-old Luca has managed to do exactly that. The fire service had to come to the rescue of him after his mum discovered him with the seat over his head. Now, this is one of those seats that kids use. That are balanced on top of the toilet to help them go. He obviously decided to have a look down there and couldn't get out.
I wonder what people have got stuck in. Maybe when you were a kid, or maybe when you're older and you got stuck, you got something stuck on you, or you got stuck somewhere. What's your stuck story? 01438 422 106.
You've guessed it. It's Bob's Breakfast.
Inappropriate laughter. Jackie.
On Sunday, I went camping with my husband. He had this motorhome transferred into this transit van, and so we decided to go and sleep for a night in it. So we went to Sway, which is New Forest, and the van wasn't very straight. We were listing, really. Don't know when it got some, I think they're called skids, things that goes under the wheels.
Yeah.
So it feels all level.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we decided to have a cuddle in the afternoon, and one thing led to another.
Uh-huh.
And at the crucial point, the van fell off the skids.
No.
We dropped about 2 foot.
Were you okay?
Oh, I said, "Oh my God, what was that?" And he said, "Just ignore it, just ignore it." Of course, he hadn't.
All right. I get the picture.
And
Jackie.
And I started laughing, like, and he said, "Please stop laughing, you're really putting me off."
Stop it! Jackie, thanks for oversharing this morning. Thank you. Getting stuck this morning. What's your story?
This is Dean. I'm phoning on behalf of my daughter who's just got stuck in a lift this morning.
Did she? Where at?
She's still in the lift now. She's at the flats at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Welling Garden City.
Wait a second, Dean. So, she's a grown-up daughter?
Yes, she was on her way to work, apparently, got in the lift, pressed the button, the lift drops, and now she's stuck.
In which block of flats?
It's at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. I can give you her phone number if you want to talk to her.
Yeah, give me a phone number and we'll call her live, trapped in a lift.
Okay.
Cheers, Dean. Thank you.
See you in a bit.
This is Bob.
Let's go to the phone. Who's this?
My name is Martin.
Hello, Martin. What can I do for you?
Hiya.
Hi.
My name's Martin, and I'm calling from I Love Savings.
I Love Savings.
The survey
Okay.
focuses
Yeah.
on
Okay. Wait,
Martin,
Martin. Slow down.
Yes.
And what can I do for you this morning? You're from I Love Savings.
A quick survey today.
You're doing a what?
To ask you a couple of questions.
Quick
to see
survey?
if we can save you some money. Is that okay?
Save me some money on what?
The survey focuses on bills like your energy.
Yeah, Martin, slow down. Martin, are you a human being or a recording?
Yes.
Yeah, one or the other. Which are you? Are you a human being or a recording?
Yes.
Yeah, which one? You're a recording, aren't you?
No.
You're not a recording. You are a live person. I'm talking to a live person here.
Yes.
Okay. What's your last name, Martin? Martin?
I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid.
Honestly, this is like talking to Siri.
Sorry?
Martin, am I talking to a human being or a recording?
Uh-huh.
Martin,
this
are you...
is all pre-recorded messages operated by a live person.
You cannot be pre-recorded and live. It's impossible.
Yes.
Yes, it is impossible. You agree that it is impossible?
No.
You don't agree that it's not impossible. Martin, you're making no sense. Martin, are you a complete idiot?
No.
How do you know that for sure? You sound like one.
No.
You do sound like one. I'm telling you, you sound like one.
This is all pre-recorded messages operated by a live person.
Martin,
We
that's
use
impossible. You
pre-recorded
can't
messages
be
to ensure
a pre-recorded
100%
message.
compliance on all our calls.
Martin, you can't be pre-recorded and a live message. You're one or the other. Which one are you?
Yes.
This software is crap.
Yes.
I'm glad we agree on something.
This is Bob.
Hello?
Hello, Nadine.
Hello?
It's Graham Mack from BOBfm. Your dad, Dean, just gave me your phone number.
Okay.
He says you're trapped in a lift.
I am stuck in the lift, yeah, on my way to work, on the way out.
Okay, so this isn't the flats. Can you tell us where they are?
They're in Welling Garden,
Yes.
in Hertfordshire, obviously.
Yes.
In Court, QE2.
What's it called again, Nadine?
Court.
Did you say Burt Court? Birch, I got you. Your phone went a bit. Birch Court, and you got in the lift went down, your dad said it, and that's it, you've been trapped in it. How long have you been trapped in this lift?
I've been here for about, so far, it's going to be another hour yet.
Oh, hang on, how long have you been in there so far?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. How do you know it's going to be another hour?
Because I've rung the number in here
Yes.
and spoke to somebody, and they said they're going to take, the engineers are going to be about an hour, so...
Well, that's no good. And you in there on your own? You're in there all alone?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you don't need to use a bathroom or anything, do you? You're going to be okay?
No.
You're going to hang on?
Yeah, no, I'm alright at the minute.
Okay. And they said an hour. How long ago was that? They said it was going to be an hour.
About 20 minutes ago now. 20 minutes, half an hour ago.
All right. Well, how are you going to... Are the lights on in the lift and everything? It's not dark?
Yeah, the lights are on, yeah.
Right.
I'm laying on my jumper at the minute, having a lay down.
Okay, take it easy. Yeah. Oh, it's a shame you can't hear Bob. We got some good tunes.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Yeah. How's the battery on your phone?
Alright, and I've got some signal, so I'm happy.
All right. Okay. Well, I might call you back. Well, no, I will. I'll call you back a little bit later on, see how you're going.
Alright, I will do.
Okay. And the name of the block of flats you're stuck in Welling Garden City again? Birch Court.
Birch Court.
Near the Queen Elizabeth Hospital there.
Yeah, that's the one.
Nadine, it's weird. We were talking about people getting stuck and stuck stories this morning, and you're stuck in a lift. Goodness me. All right, back to Nadine in a bit.
This is BOBfm.
Chris Hubbard has your news.
Well, there's a couple who went out to the Himalayas. They were spending their honeymoon there, and a leopard crept into their hotel room in the early hours. It got into this hotel, and they said they were woken up by it coming in.
And they saw it.
Yes. Yeah. They were in bed.
Yes.
Just incredible to think that it didn't go straight for them. I mean, maybe it didn't see them. I don't know.
Maybe it just worked for housekeeping because they just walk in anyway. What? Housekeeping! And then the door's open before you're even going to go, hang on a minute!
Here we are. Bob's Breakfast.
Hello.
Nadine, it's Graham Mack. How are you?
Get back through to you.
All right. Now the phone is okay. It's not running out of battery or anything because I couldn't get you just now.
No, the signal's not great, but yeah.
Okay. And have you heard any news from the people who are attempting to rescue you?
No, I haven't heard anything.
It's just been completely silent.
Yeah, it has.
Now, what about other people who live in the block of flats? Can't you, bang on the door of the lift?
Yeah, a few of them are passing and talking to me.
Yes? And what are they saying?
You're alright, have you got anything to drink?
Well, how would they get you a drink if you needed one?
I know.
All right. Now, are you all right for provisions?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I've got my lunch for work.
Oh, you got your lunch? Oh, of course.
Water, yeah.
Yeah, because you're on your way to work.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Now, do you know exactly where you are? How many floors is this building?
There's 3.
Yes.
And I think I'm stuck between the first and the second floor.
Right. So it's not that high up.
No, it's not that high up.
Now, you know in the movies when you see lifts get stuck and somebody goes out the trapdoor at the top?
Yeah.
Are you tempted to try that?
No, I'm not tempted to
try anything.
No, I'm just thinking that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just for movies.
Yeah.
I think you should stay put where you are, and hopefully you'll get rescued soon.
Hopefully, yeah. Very hot in here. It's very hot.
It's getting hot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, just stay calm. You sound like you're taking it all in your stride.
Yeah, no, I have to. I haven't got much choice, I don't think.
No. All right, Nadine, I'll check in with you in a bit.
All right, wicked. Thank you. Can you play a song for my dad, please?
Yeah, for Dean, who told me all about it. Yeah. Okay, what's it?
It's Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Love in an Elevator.
Oh, okay then. Okay.
Wicked. Thank you.
Boris Johnson is a porn star.
I beg your pardon?
The speech he gave straight after the Brexit result.
Yes.
That speech has been posted onto this website, Pornhub, under the title, Dumb British Blonde has over 15 million people at once. I must just clarify it, though. He is fully clothed. You don't see the Boris Johnson.
It's Bob.
Nadine, Graham Mack from BOBfm. I was a little bit worried earlier when you said it was getting hot in there. How are you now?
I'm all right. I've got my water. I'm all right.
Okay, so well, don't drink too much water because, you know...
No, because I need the toilet.
Yeah. So is there any sign of rescue at this stage? Have they called back?
No sign yet.
Is it worth giving them a geo? Who is it? What's the name of the company? Does it say there? Maybe I could give them a call.
It's Patreon's Lifts Leated.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, and what's their number?
Is 0208
0208, yeah.
466 99.
99. All right, let me give them a call. See if I can hurry them up a bit.
Oh, brilliant!
And what's the name of the company again?
It's Patrons.
Patrons?
Patrons Lifts Leated.
Patrons Lifts. All right, and that's the number that's in the lift where you are. That's the emergency number.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, I'll give them a call. Leave it to me, Nadine.
All right,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bob's Breakfast. The most important meal of the day.
The British have a problem with commitment. I mean, really, we were never fully committed to the EU because we kept the pound, we kept pints and miles per gallon. The thing is, I don't think we're even fully committed to being Britons. We describe ourselves as British, as if we're only a bit Brit. Like something that's not that big is only big-ish. Or not that blue is just bluish. Not that young is young-ish. We're British. See, the thing is, we can also be snobbish, churlish, and standoffish. Which is all a bit rubbish.
This is Bob's Breakfast.
What's your getting stuck story? Sarah?
Well, I did get some clothes stuck on me in the changing room.
What do you mean?
Well, I tried something on that was a smaller size than it should have been, but I was a bit confident that I'd get it. I think it was a dress or a top or something, and I kind of put it on in the changing room, and it was stuck. It was stuck. I was about to dislocate my shoulder taking it out, trying to take it off. I was getting hotter and hotter, and it was one of those kind of open plan changing rooms.
Uh-huh.
I was getting hot and panicky, and I didn't know what to do, because kind of like one arm was in and one arm was out, so I had to tear it a little bit and then put it back on the hanger and go.
You tore it to get out?
Just a little bit.
You bad person.
I know.
Thanks for sharing, Sarah.
Cheers.
Andy, you may have some advice for Nadine.
If she bounces up and down on the four corners...
Yes.
So if you imagine standing in a corner, put your hands on the corner...
Yeah.
And then jump as hard as you can on all four corners...
Yeah.
There's a chance it will trigger it.
How do you know this, Andy?
I know somebody's done it.
Someone who's been trapped in a lift?
Yeah, because sometimes what happens, they get almost to where they want to go...
Yeah.
and it's literally the last quarter of an inch.
Yes.
Because they're designed to take, obviously, a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, she's in there on her own.
That's right. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I
see.
It's not detecting her weight.
Oh, I see. Maybe she's a skinny thing. Who
Maybe
knows?
she's a tiny girl. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. I thought, mate, well, if she's small,
Yeah.
and it just needs that extra boom to get that to trigger the sensor.
All right. Thanks for the advice, Andy. I'll let her know.
It's worth a try, Graham. It'll get her out of there.
Okay. Thanks a lot,
There
Andy.
is a depends how big she is. You know,
Okay.
She's only tiny. It might not work. But
All right. We'll see how we go. All right. Thanks, Andy. If anyone's got any more advice on how you get, Nadine's trapped in a lift in a block of flats in Welwyn Garden City. 01438 422 106. Your school uniform stories. What's yours, Phil?
Okay, I was at a boys' school in Hemel Hempstead, Corner Hall School for boys. And I was playing football afternoon with my mate, and I said to him, what you got tomorrow for school? He went, I've got half an hour of geography, half an hour of maths, I've got 6 hours of games. So what you got? I went, I've got double maths, I've got double geography, and 4 hours of metalwork. I'll come to your school for the day. So I did. The next morning, I went to his school,
Yeah.
sat at the back with him,
Yeah.
okay, kept very quiet, low profile,
Yeah.
and nearly got through the whole day at his school,
Wow.
which was at Adeyfield School in Hemel.
Now, were you wearing the right school uniform?
Yeah, I had his uniform on. Okay, never said a word, all right, until the last minute, and one of the games teachers said, "Don't I know you?" About half an hour into the end of the term, end of the lesson.
But because you were wearing the right uniform, you got away with it.
I got away with it.
And what did your mate reckon?
It was brilliant. They still talk about it.
Yeah, well, you'll be a legend. Yeah, Phil,
They
thanks.
still talk about it.
Thanks very much for sharing. I'm just calling up the emergency number that she said is in the lift there. See if I can find out from the people who.
That's wrong. Good morning.
Hello, my name is Graham Mack. I'm calling from BOBfm, and I've had a lady call me this morning. She's trapped in a lift in Welwyn Garden City.
Oh, okay.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. You're on the radio right now, by the way. I hope that's okay.
Oh, are we?
Yes, is that all right? I hope you sound fine with
we've
it.
got an engineer in attendance.
Oh, he's in attendance. No, I just spoke to her 5 minutes ago. She said she's still waiting.
Oh, he's definitely on his way.
Is he? Do you know how long it'll be?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. How long do these things normally, how long does it normally take to rescue?
Well, it depends where the engineer is, obviously, at the time, But
if you could give him a call, that would be great.
Yeah, I will. I'll chase him up, but he's definitely en route.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Cheers.
thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye. You still using Siri on your iPhone, the electronic helper?
I used it once when I bought the phone, and that was it.
Yeah,
I don't get on with
it's
it.
frustrating. Well, I've had a love-hate relationship with Siri. let me just. Hey Siri, what is 0 divided by 0?
Imagine that you have 0 cookies and you split them evenly among 0 friends. How many cookies does each person get? See, it doesn't make sense. And Cookie Monster is sad that there are no cookies, and you are sad that you have no friends.
Okay, you see how irritating she becomes?
She's very irritating with that answer.
Hey Siri, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
It depends on whether you are talking about African or European wood.
Hey Siri, what are you wearing?
You have the wrong personal assistant.
Okay.
Hello?
Nadine, Graham Mack, how you going?
Still stuck.
Well, I called the lift company and they said there is a technician on the way.
Okay.
Now, in the meantime, Andy has called and he's had a friend who was trapped in a lift in a very similar circumstance to you.
Okay, yeah.
And he was on his own as well.
Okay.
Andy's theory is...
Yeah, hang on, I'm on the phone, wait one sec. Hello?
Oh, who are you talking to?
Someone's trying to talk to me through the door.
Oh, do you reckon it might be the guy ready to rescue you? Because that might be important.
I think it's one of my mates.
Oh dear, can you find out who it is? Because that might be more important than what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Find out who that is, Nadine.
It's gone.
Okay.
I think it was my mate. It's all
Okay,
right.
all right. Well, anyway, Andy says that the lift mightn't sense that there's anyone in the lift because they're not designed to for just one person. They usually need a bit of weight.
Okay.
He's saying if you stand in the corner, in each one of the corners, with your hands on the walls in the corner, and you jump up and down, it might just release it.
Okay.
He said a mate of his... Can you try that for me now?
Yeah, I will.
So go to one of the corners, and jump up in the air and then down.
Yeah, I've done that.
You did? I didn't hear. You must be light on your feet. Okay. Now go to the opposite diagonal corner. You jump up in there. Anything?
No, nothing's happening. I can hear it sort of moving. But
well, there you go. Well, go to the other two corners that you haven't done yet. Still nothing.
I can't believe I'm still in here. It's been over an hour.
I know. It's still not moving?
No
okay. Try pushing all the buttons again. The ground floor button. You were headed to the ground floor for... Yeah, nothing?
No.
No, all right. And how hot is it getting in there then?
Quite warm.
Is it? All right.
I took my jumpers off.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'll check back in with you soon. Hang on in there, Nadine.
All right,
Okay.
brilliant. Thank you.
This is Bob.
Let's get the latest news now with Laura Cress.
Well, there are calls for a trial by West Midlands Police, which is targeting drivers who pass too closely to cyclists, to be extended.
Why are we pandering to cyclists? You are somewhere between 6 times and 15 times more likely to be killed on a bicycle on the road than you are driving a car. Riding a bicycle on a public highway is a crazy thing to do. Now, don't get me wrong. Cycling is a fabulous sport. On a track. Or mountain biking. Or BMX on a track. Or when they've closed the road for an event. And Britain has produced some of the world's best cyclists. It's a fabulous sport. But so is football. You shouldn't be playing football on a dual carriageway either.
Well, we seem to have got the solution to a lack of GPs. The NHS is offering appointments with the doctor via computer webcam rather than in person to reduce the time patients need to wait to see a doctor. So,
well, it won't be the first time someone's been asked to get undressed on a webcam. Darren.
Yeah, he was getting people to ring up about giving speeches and stuff.
Yeah, what have you had to do?
Well, when I was at school, I've got a school report in front of me, and I had to give, not a speech, but I had to talk about my hobby, which was digging up antique bottles and stuff.
Right.
My English teacher, Mrs. Fife, put, Darren's reading aloud is of a satisfactory standard and he has a confident and easy manner when presenting a talk to an audience. I should like to thank him for giving an excellent talk to the entire second year about his hobby, a talk which was received with great enthusiasm.
So you didn't decide to go into that line of work?
I've got a great interest in antiques, and my living room is a bit like a museum, to be perfectly honest with you, Graham. I'm still into antiques, but I ain't got so many bottles left because I had a fallout with the police when they came round one day and smashed most of them.
Oh, what was that all about?
Usual, like when I was at that age, around about 1980, to be honest with you, they didn't like me, and when they came round, they just used to upset me and upset my mum. So I lost the plot one day, and got arrested and was in the Welling Times for the siege of Sweetbriar. But it weren't a siege; it was just me throwing all me antique bottles at them in anger.
Oh, I see. They thought it was a siege situation, and you were just throwing bottles at them. It was as innocent as that.
Yeah.
What's the world come to? What's the world come to, Darren, when you can't throw a few bottles at a few policemen without being accused of staging a siege?
Well, they shouldn't come round and upset me, then, should they? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
They soon learned, like, not to come round and upset me.
Yeah, well, yeah, it sounds like they didn't learn that because you ended up going to jail.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, when I was in there, I didn't get any hassle from them then, did I?
Yeah, well, you know why not? They probably think, don't bother with Darren. He's got a lot of bottle.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dave.
I wanted to add to your cycling rant this morning.
Yes.
And I totally agree with you wholeheartedly.
Nothing wrong with cycling as a sport. You should just doesn't belong on the road. It's too dangerous.
No.
Stop it. We're trying to save lives here. Cyclists attack me for what I say about cyclists, and they're the ones who will benefit by not dying on the roads. You're 17 times more likely to be killed on the roads on a bicycle than you are in a car. Stop riding cycles on the road. They're sporting equipment. They belong on a track.
That's right. I totally agree with you. And you mentioned about them not using cycle pass when there's one available on the road. But me and the wife, we like going over to Cruise Hill from Welling Garden City on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And the cyclists really take it to another level.
Really?
Going along there. Because the country lanes through Newgate Street and Cuffley, they are riding up and down country lanes free abreast.
Yeah.
And people are asking us to give them consideration and enough room.
How would they like it if I drove my car in a velodrome? Seriously.
Honestly,
my car doesn't belong in a velodrome. Bicycles do not belong on the public highway.
That's wrong. Good morning.
Hello, it's Graham Mack calling from BOBfm again. You're live on the radio again.
Hello.
Yeah, I just spoke to Nadine. There's still no one there to rescue her.
Yeah, I've just spoken to I don't know if it's the caretaker on site. He's just phoned up.
Yeah.
Our engineer is about 15 minutes away, so, obviously he's got caught in traffic and stuff, which has taken, longer than we hoped to be there.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not far now.
It's getting hot in that lift. Is there anything Nadine can do right now?
I mean, the best thing for her really is to just try and stay calm and, not...
She seems to be in good shape. She's not panicking by any means.
Yeah. I know. It's really, unfortunate that we didn't have an engineer in the area at the time.
Yeah.
But obviously...
It was actually unfortunate that he broke down in the first place, I suppose.
Yeah, of course.
It's,
I work for a lift company and I wouldn't like to get stuck in a lift.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
But we do our best to sort of get there as soon as we can, you know.
So I could call her back and tell her he should be there within 15 minutes.
And hopefully the caretaker has probably already spoken to her because I've not long spoken to him.
Yes.
So, okay.
All right. Hey, thank you very much.
That's all right.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
David Cameron caught singing to himself. He announces that he's going to hand over the keys of number 10 to Theresa May, turns round, walks to the front door in Downing Street and goes, dum-da-dum, da-dum. When do you find yourself doing this? Self-communication. Jackie.
I sing very loud when I'm very stressed because it stops me punching somebody.
Give me an example of when this has stopped you punching someone.
At work, I walk out of my staff room, and the louder I sing, the more cross I am.
Right, and do the staff...
If I sing quietly, then I'm like a little bit annoyed.
Yes.
And it's usually Whitney Houston, I have to say.
Yeah.
And it starts off a little bit of a plateau. But when I'm really angry, it becomes a complete concert, and I have to sing really loud.
The staff are aware of this?
I don't know yet.
You don't know, all right. So
No,
give me an example. Give me an example. You were in the staff meeting. Something happened. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what happened or what was said?
I think it was something about somebody had booked some time off without asking me.
Oh, okay. So you said something like "fine," and then you left the room.
That's exactly what the words were.
Yes.
The words were,
fine.
Yes, you left the room, and can you give me a chilling reenactment of what happened next?
I'm every woman, it's all in me.
Bob's Breakfast.
Reading the Daily Mail is great because it reminds you that nothing is your fault. If you're fat, it's because supermarkets are promoting obesity by allowing special offers on fizzy drinks. If your kids are fat, it's not because you feed them too much. It's because there are too many fast food places near schools. If someone calls you fat, it's not because you are fat. It's because they are a bully and they're guilty of fat shaming. And if they do it online, they're an internet troll. And besides, you're not fat. You have body image issues. If you're broke, it's because top executives get paid too much. If you can't get a job, even though Britain has the lowest unemployment figures in 11 years, it's because of immigrants. And every other problem in your life is because we haven't left the EU yet. Nothing is your fault. And the really great news is that because nothing is your fault, the taxpayer will bail you out. If your belly's too big or your self-esteem is too low because your boobs are too small, we'll pay for your gastric band surgery or your boob job on the NHS. And if you can't stop smoking, we'll pay for your nicotine patches and your electronic cigarettes as well. It's brilliant. Not having to take responsibility for anything should make you feel good. What I can't understand is why Daily Mail readers always seem so miserable. The 20th anniversary of Oasis playing at Knebworth House. You've got a story, Phil.
When 20 years ago, I was playing at a golf club called Stocks, near Tring.
Yeah.
They came to a golf club, they dug out the swimming pool, took all the water out of it, put a Rolls Royce in there, and they did the cover of their LP.
You are joking!
No.
You are... So that... Which album was that one? That was...
I think it's the first one.
And that's got a Rolls Royce going into a swimming pool?
Yeah, and it was our swimming pool at Stocks Golf Club near Tring, Hertfordshire.
Wow. Were the whole team down there, or was it just like the photography people?
I think the photographers and that there. I just remember them coming, everything sort of being shut off that day, them coming, and that was it. They did that at our golf club.
That is...
At the time. Yeah.
Top-notch rock trivia.
Okay,
on the 20th anniversary of them playing at Knebworth House. How about that? Hey, Phil, thanks a lot.
All right, cheers, Graham.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Here we are. Bob's Breakfast.
I'm Graham Mack, reminding you that if you want to succeed, you have to be a freak. Evolution happens because of freaks. When the environment changes, the herd is thinned, and the only ones that survive are the mutants who are suited to the new environment. That's why you don't see your short-necked giraffe. You only see the long-necked giraffe, which at one time was a freak. Survival of the fittest is really survival of the freakiest. Elvis was a freak. So were the Beatles. Jagger, Johnny Rotten, Hitchcock, Spielberg, Chaplin, Steve Jobs, Hurricane Higgins, Kenny Everett, and Muhammad Ali. There can be no progress without freaks. Get your freak on! David Cameron, gonna be a tough act to follow for Theresa May. Did you see Prime Minister's Question Time?
It was just a big joke yesterday. Cameron trying to get as many jokes in as possible.
It was the David Cameron stand-up act, and it was quite funny.
When it comes to women prime ministers, I'm very pleased to be able to say pretty soon it's going to be 2-0. Let's just take the last week. We both have been having these leadership elections. We got on with it. We've had resignation, nomination, competition and coronation. They haven't even decided what the rules are yet.
David Cameron, stand-up comedy. Going down well with the crowd.
Oh, absolutely. If they ever got into power, it'd take them about a year to work out who would sit where.
The comedy stylings of David Cameron. Come back out here, Mr. Cameron. Take a bow. The comedy stylings, David Cameron, the Westminster wag. The comic of the commons. Bringing hilarity to the house. Can we hear it once again for the one and only David Cameron? Amazing. And you think, Theresa May, follow that. Can you play what you just played in the news? I don't think it was going well. To follow that, Theresa May does this.
When we take the big calls, we'll think not of the powerful, but you. When we pass new laws, we'll listen not to the mighty, but to you. That will be the mission of the government I lead.
What a contrast.
Tumbleweed.
Absolutely.
It's not happening, is it? So there we are thinking, oh dear, our new Prime Minister just doesn't. After the stand-up performance of David Cameron, our new Prime Minister just doesn't have it. But then she fires George Osborne and then appoints Boris Johnson as Foreign Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy stylings of Theresa May. Theresa, come back out here. Let's have a bow. Theresa May, ladies and gentlemen.
Bob's Breakfast.
Morning, Tracy.
Hi, Graham.
This morning we're talking about tattoos. Show us your tats. What do you got?
Yeah, I have got 3 tattoos.
What of?
I've got a cat on my ankle, a little cat face.
Yeah.
And I've got a fairy on my shoulder.
Yeah. And what's the third one?
Oh, the third one, I don't really want to say.
No, come on.
Oh, God. It's a tattoo on my bum.
And what is it of?
It's 2 little interlinking hearts.
Okay. And why did you get that one?
I had it done with a boyfriend.
Okay. Were you sober?
Many years ago.
Were you sober at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still with that boyfriend?
No.
Oh. Do you regret that one?
No, not at all, because it's got no names or anything like that.
Okay. And how does your current fella feel about that one?
I'm not with anyone at the moment, so...
How about that?
But no other ones have minded about that, because they didn't really tell them...
Oh, you didn't tell them the full story? Didn't tell them the full story. All right. So do you regret any of your tattoos?
No, I don't.
Okay. You like them?
Yeah, I do like them. Yeah, I do like them. Yeah.
Okay. So for you, they are not a tramp stamp?
No, definitely not. Okay. They're really small.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. Right. Oh, I see. A tramp stamp has to be a big one, does it?
Well, it's got to be in an area like that looks really sort of tarty. I mean, I know I've got one on my bum, but no one sees that.
Yeah. Yeah, but somebody now and again must see it. Yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like, I see a tramp stamp as when someone is bending over in the 99p shop.
Yes.
And their trousers come down and you see a great big whatever it is showing.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen to me.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for showing us your tats, Tracy.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bob's Breakfast.
What was David Cameron humming to himself as he walked back into number 10? If you haven't heard it yet, this is, didn't realise the mic was still hot, and this is what David Cameron did. A lot of people have been trying to work it out. There's been talk that it was the theme to the West Wing. Or perhaps it was something from Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh.
Andrew Davenport reckons he's nailed it. He says it's Tara's theme from Gone with the Wind. Thanks for getting in touch, Andrew. Tara's theme from Gone with the Wind. Is that it? You know, it could well be, maybe David Cameron is a bit of a fan of Gone with the Wind. Maybe it's one of his favourite movies. I don't know. All I know is he is a little D-mob happy. He's leaving the job. I mean, just listen to this. This is when Theresa May asked David Cameron about what to do when she becomes Prime Minister.
You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Bob's Breakfast.
What are you scared of? I bet you can't beat this lady in Essex. Her name's Melanie James. She's claustrophobic, agoraphobic, obsessive-compulsive. She's scared of bees, cows, traffic jams and horses, and even travelling more than 50 miles from her home. She missed her best friend's wedding because she was petrified of travelling more than 50 miles away from home. Phobias. What's yours? Sarah?
I do have a strange phobia. It's tall old ladies.
What is it that's so scary about tall old ladies?
It's not right. Old ladies should be tiny. Little old lady. The saying's little old lady. You see a big tall old lady. Oh, it just freaks me out. I cannot bear tall old ladies. I get a little shudder when I see somebody. And I have a friend who's quite tall, and I keep saying to her, we can't be friends when you're old because I have a phobia of tall old ladies.
That is horrible.
It's weird. I can't bear tall old ladies.
Did a tall old lady do something to you when you were younger and traumatise you?
Not that I remember, but tall old ladies is not right.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Sarah. Do. What is that? Morning, Pete.
I'm just ringing about Dave Cameron. I think he's actually humming a little bit of the tune to McFadden and Whitehead. There ain't no stopping us now.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We're on the move.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would make sense.
I think he's absolutely elated. He's had an unforgiving job. Who would want to do that job?
Exactly.
And I think he's overjoyed.
When you've been away with your other half and you've fallen out, what kicked it off? David, you were at a cabaret. Where was this cabaret?
Ilford came down in sunny Devon, North Devon.
Yeah.
And we were there on a holiday, and there was some evening entertainment, and then there was this girl opposite who was looking at me, and even though I wasn't doing anything, and my wife decided that she got the right hump and stormed out as if I was doing something, even though we were just literally, I was just sitting there watching the cabaret.
And what was the cabaret?
Tom Jones impersonator.
Tom Jones impersonator, right. So he couldn't have been that good if the girl was giving you the eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, well, obviously comparing me to Tom Jones,
obviously.
I don't quite know.
Yeah, well, that's not unusual.
Bob's Breakfast.
Sounds familiar. Morning, Pete.
Can I play your new game, please?
What's the new game?
What's Dave humming?
Yes, what's Dave humming? That's right. Yes, what would you like to suggest that Dave is humming? Yes.
Singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain?
Because we're having terrible weather. We're not having a summer, are we? So he's humming, singing in the rain.
He could well be. Thanks very much, Pete, for taking part.
I win?
I don't know, because I don't know what the right answer is. Unlike What's Bob Doing, where I know what the answer is, I don't know what David Cameron was humming.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
Oh, my wife Julie says thank you for the birthday message you sent yesterday.
Oh, yes, I tweeted her.
Oh, you tweeted
Did she have a nice time?
She did. You got to be careful, because birthday's a big deal for Julie.
Right.
Because I don't know if it's because she's the youngest of four. And
I
don't know why.
Might be. It could well be.
Birthdays are a big deal, and she expects everybody to know, which she got a little bit annoyed yesterday in Hitchin. They're filming the next season of that Dirty Doctor film. What's it called? Dr. Foster.
Dr. Foster, yes.
Yeah. Soft porn in Hitchin. Yeah, well, they were filming yesterday in the square. So Julie's walking through the square. I think she was going to the post office. And they've got like cameras and stuff, and they've got fake market stalls with fake flowers on. It's proper showbiz.
Yeah.
But nothing's roped off. So Julie's just walking along, and there's an assistant director or somebody saying, "Excuse me, no, sorry, you can't walk through here." And she's like, do these people realise this is my birthday? I can walk through. What? It's not private property.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
No.
And the thing that was really annoying her was that there were loads of people just stood around in the square. And she's thinking, you've told me to move. What about them? And then suddenly she hears action, and they all start moving. They were all extras.
Bob's Breakfast. The most important meal of the day.
Good morning, Ben.
Graham, I've got a locked out story for you.
Yeah, what happened?
I was locked out of the car by my dog.
By your dog?
By the dog.
What happened?
Well, I used to have 5 Series BMW, and I sent the dog to work with me every day. Now, the worst part about the 5 Series is in the middle of it, in the centre console, it's got a little button that you can push to lock the doors.
Right, central lock.
So, I've parked my lorry up, locked the office, put the dog in the car with the air conditioning on, locked the gates. When I've gone to get in the car, the dog's run over the centre console, stood on the central locking button with my keys in the ignition and locked me out.
So you're trying to get in the car and he's just looking at you.
And he's sitting there smiling. He's a little staffy, and he smiles at me, and his tail's wagging. And he knows what he's done, I'm sure he does. And I'm getting him to run backwards and forwards across the car, trying to get him to do it again.
Trying to get him to walk on it again, yeah.
And after about 40 minutes, he did.
He did?
stood on it again.
So he even let you in as well?
He let me back in.
Bob's Breakfast.
You've probably heard that Donald Trump's wife, Melania, has been accused of nicking bits of her speech from Michelle Obama, the current First Lady. I've done a comparison and I've put the two back to back for you to hear. See if you think that one has stolen from the other.
Values. Like, you work hard for what you want in life.
The values that you work hard for what you want in life.
I mean, those two sound pretty similar to me.
That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
That your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
Pretty close.
That you treat people with dignity and respect.
That you treat people with respect.
Because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
I put it to you, based on the evidence you're about to hear, that Melania Trump has also stolen from somebody even more important than Michelle Obama. Listen to this.
He will never, ever give up. And most importantly, he will never, ever let you down.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
He will never, ever give up. He will never, ever let you down.
Bob's Breakfast.
Nick's on the phone. You're not happy. What's up?
I was just getting a bit infuriated with the comments made about things with cycling and that.
Why? What was false about what I said about cycling?
Yeah, well, what it is like, it's sort of against cyclists, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's not against cyclists. It's just I don't understand why people would do such a dangerous thing and put their lives at risk and get in the way of other people.
No, I don't think that's the case. The problem is, I think people are intolerant of other users.
Oh yeah, I'm extremely intolerant of cyclists. I hate them. I think they're a menace.
That's your opinion. I do about 1,000 miles. I travel about 1,000 miles a week on and I ride a bike, I ride a motorcycle, I drive a car, and I drive a van.
Right.
And if people are a bit more tolerant of each other, they should respect each other. And I'm not just saying about cyclists.
Yeah, but that's a pipe dream. That won't make cycling isn't safe. It's a dangerous thing to do, and blaming the other drivers for is silly. You're 17 times more likely to be killed on a push bike than you are driving a motor vehicle. So why would you do it?
You would do it because you enjoy it. And the thing is, if people have more respect for each other, I drive.
But you can enjoy it on a cycle track or in a velodrome or during a competitive race where they close the roads. You know, you shouldn't be racing anything, never mind bikes, on the public highway. You shouldn't be. Cycling is a sport, and it's a great sport. You shouldn't be doing it on the road, just like you shouldn't be playing football on a dual carriageway.
Totally and utterly disagree with you. You know, I drive. You know, as I say, I go. You know, I'm out in a car, yeah, and I see lorry drivers, I see cyclists as well, which are, you know, act absolutely stupidly.
Yeah, and they're always going to do that because people are stupid. Then you're not going to change motorists. You're more vulnerable on a push
car drivers, and I'm in at the moment. I'm driving a big van.
Yeah.
Out on hands-free.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, if you had respect and respected what other values are
Sure.
on other people's
And we could all wish for world peace. It's not going to happen. People are idiots on the road. So cyclists shouldn't get on the road with idiots. You're not going to change the world. You're not going to change it. The safest thing to do.
It's comments like yours, yeah, that make, yeah, they already like it's quite
No,
stressful.
my comments don't make anybody drive worse than they drive. My comments might save a life today if somebody who was going to get on a bicycle didn't get on one. Bob's here. You've not been up to much lately, Bob. What did you do last night?
I went out for some takeaway. That's it.
What did you go for?
A chicken Caesar wrap.
That reminds me of something funny that happened at a radio station I worked at not long ago. There was a news reporter that worked there who, shall we say, was, well, airhead is probably too strong, but she wasn't so bright.
Yes.
Okay. There was also a very, very good journalist who presented the bulletins. She was very sharp. You know, she knew everything. Something, if you didn't hear it from her on the news, it just didn't happen. I mean, she knew everything. So the young reporter that goes out has got a reputation in the building for being, you know, a little bit ditzy. So she says one day in the office to the warhorse news journalist lady kind of thing. She says, "What's the difference between a wrap and a donut?" just randomly from nowhere. So the hard-edged news presenter goes, "Well, a donut's kind of sweet." So she goes, "Really? Sweet? Always?" She's like, "Well, pretty sure, yeah." Wow. I never knew that. I thought they could be either way. No. The next day she comes back into the office. She says, "You know when I asked you about a donut and a wrap?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "I was talking about audio." Because in news, if they do a story that is a self-contained piece where you know, it's a recorded piece and it's self-contained, it's known as a wrap, and it covers the whole story. Yeah, if you do a piece that has a top and a tail to it, well, that's a donut.
Poor lifestyles are costing the NHS £11 billion every single year. So things like poor diet, drinking and smoking and the problems associated with this, that's how much it's costing the NHS. And there's a warning now that unless they're tackled more effectively, the NHS is going to become even more unaffordable. So conditions like diabetes and smoking-related bronchitis, it's been warned, are a new and untreatable epidemic. This sounds a bit grim reading, to be perfectly honest.
The approach to this is all wrong as well. So, people who do it to themselves, smokers, people who drink in excess, eat in excess, people who are in control of this behaviour and decide to not exercise any control, instead of saying, well, you know what, normally this is covered on the NHS, but as this is self-inflicted, you're going to have to pay for this procedure yourself. Instead of doing that, we go, well, I tell you what we'll do is we'll get the taxpayer to pay for nicotine lozenges, for liposuction, for goodness knows what. You can even get, like, gym membership on the NHS now.
I think you can.
So we're giving even more of the sensible people's money to these losers instead of charging these losers. I say it should be loser pays.
Hello?
Hello, Nadine. Graham Mack again from BOBfm. How you going?
Not too bad. I'm still here.
No sign of a rescue?
Well, someone said they're going to be about 15 minutes. They were stuck in traffic.
Oh, who told you that? Because I've just spoken to the lift company. They've just told me exactly the same thing.
Yeah, so someone's on their way, so hopefully not too much longer.
So who's told you? Is this she mentioned the caretaker of the building or something?
Yeah, I think it's them.
What, is he
I can hear
shouting?
them, but I can't see them.
Oh, I see. They're shouting through the door at you.
Oh, hang on, the fire brigade has turned up.
The fire brigade have turned up? How do you know the fire brigade have turned up?
Yeah, they're on their way.
Nadine, how are you getting this information?
Somebody's standing on the other side and telling me. I think they're making all the calls.
Oh, I see. Right, I see. So have the fire brigade showed up or they're on the way?
They're on their way.
The fire brigade are now on their way as well.
I can't believe it.
Well, you know, we're all kind of hoping, you know, that you get your freedom soon.
Yeah, hopefully
Okay.
it won't be too much longer.
Yeah, well,
I
no,
don't know
it's-
how long it will take them to get it sorted when they get it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's now a race between the lift company and the fire brigade. Actually, I would say my money's on the fire brigade because they're used to dealing with emergencies.
Yeah.
But then again, the
See
lift
what
company...
happens.
Yeah, all right, so you're still okay, it's not too hot in there?
No, I'm still okay. I've still got my water. I need the toilet soon, though.
Oh dear. Okay, well, cross your legs.
They're not long.
Yeah, all right. Talk to you in a bit, Nadine.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
This is Bob.
I'm not happy this morning.
What is this?
British news journalism has let itself down once again, I'm afraid.
Really?
I don't like reporting on this, but they've done it again.
I think I know what you're going to be talking about.
Well, the news media in this country prides itself on its accuracy, on its balance, and we try to say that we're a shining example to other parts of the world that don't have such a free media. And the journalism in this country, it's at a standard, it is the best. But they let themselves down all the time when they report on the royals.
Exactly what I thought you were going to talk about.
Ah. The big news story this morning when I watched Sky News on my phone.
Yeah.
Is the amazing news.
It is amazing.
That 16-month-old Princess Charlotte has spoken her first words in Canada on this tour of Canada.
It's quite phenomenal.
Why are we treating the royals like they're some kind of, I don't know, fairies or goblins or magical creatures? They're just people. And a 16-month-old child saying dada or pop. This is news in this country.
Have you seen the front page of the Daily Mail this morning?
Let me see what I've gone through. The Daily Mail. Is this the headline? Pop, in inverted commas, Princess Charlotte's first words in public as she spots the balloons at a children's party in Canada after Kate helps her with her cardigan while Big Brother George rides a miniature pony. This is the lead story.
The front page, bearing in mind this takes up half the front cover of the Daily Mail today.
Yeah.
Look who's walking and talking. Charlotte wows Canada.
Wows Canada.
Wows Canada. I mean, it's clearly
She's
the
a
Canadians.
16-month-old baby. This is not news. The Daily Telegraph. Princess Charlotte takes first steps in public and screams "Dada" at children's party in Canada. Not news! Also, the Daily Telegraph. The pair later showed a glimpse of the cheerful sibling rivalry typical of children their age after the prince spotted his sister being made a balloon animal and ran over and said, "Can I have one?" It's not news!
I hate to brag, but my son Dylan has been doing this for some time.
Yes! How old is he?
He's nearly 2 now.
There you go.
But he's been doing it for a year or so.
Sky Television. Balloons amuse Prince and Princess. Sky again. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge take their children to a zoo in Canada and Prince George meets a pony. Not Prince George.
I don't know, if it were a unicorn, I might be impressed.
If it were a unicorn, you're right. He meets a pony. What else do you expect at a kid's petting zoo? Pony, rabbits. Yeah, they were all there.
Were they?
And it was a party. And goodness me, they had balloons. Who'd have thought? It's not news. And then Sky, they do this. The following story on the bulletin about the humanitarian disaster in Aleppo. You can't do that and be serious as journalists. I'm sorry. You lose all your credibility, especially as they put the royal story above Aleppo.
Ah, shocking.
You can't...
Well, interestingly, we've been sent down some audio of this morning.
What, this Canadian nonsense?
Yeah, this Canadian stuff. And they've spoken to a dad over there.
Right.
Who sounds equally astounded. bearing in mind, he's a dad with a child himself.
Right, and he knows what kids do. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what he said.
It was really quite wonderful. They're normal children.
Wow!
They interacted and played with all the other children that were there. Did you have fun too? Anyway, I think it was just fabulous, to be honest.
What he was saying is that they're just like normal children.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't want to burst anybody's bubble here. Maybe they are normal children. Maybe they don't have magical powers. Where's the balance, though? Seriously, for journalism, where's the balance? There's no balance. You know, how much is this trip costing the British taxpayer? How much is it costing the Canadian taxpayer? Is it expected to help economic relations between the two countries? Well, nothing. Just this obsession with two normal children doing what two normal children do. And the amazement that they've done it. And then the amazement that, hey, that's normal.
Yes.
We make fun of the way North Korea reports news about Kim Jong-un. Lil Kim. He's Lil Kim because the other one was Kim Jong-il. No, hang on. Have I got it right? The right way around? It was Kim Jong-il.
Yep.
Mentally ill. Followed by Kim Jong-un. We make fun of the fact that in Korea they're not elected, they're head of state. And the way that their news reports that Kim Jong-un, you know, looking at something in the distance through binoculars, makes news over there.
Yeah.
And no one's allowed to criticise them, and they make out that he's some superhuman being. But when we report on our head of state or the unelected heirs to that office, we, Britain, are just as ridiculous.
Hello.
Nadine, Graham Mack, how are things? What's the latest?
The fire brigade are here. They're breaking...
Oh?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, they're here now.
So what are they trying to do? Prise the doors open with the jaws of life or something?
I think it's working.
What's working?
They're moving from it. The lift's moving.
Or what, it's going up or down?
It's going down, I think.
All right. So you...
I could hear them all. There's quite a few of them. I could hear them all outside.
Hey, Nadine, this could work out well because you might soon be surrounded by some firemen.
I know, I can hear them all. I'm getting excited. It's terrible.
So talk us through, this morning you got in the lift to go to work. What floor do you live on?
I live on the 3rd floor.
Right, which is the top floor of the block. You get in there, you push the button, the doors close, and it goes down a bit, and then that's the end of that.
Yeah, and I've been here ever since.
Right, so what time was
hot. I need the toilet. I don't want to drink.
What time did you get in the lift?
About 7:45.
Oh, wow, you've been in there a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Very stressed, I think.
Yeah, but it sounds like you've got the right men on the job now.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Talk to you in a bit.
All right, cheers.
This is Bob.
I'm Graham Mack, and I hope you're enjoying the podcast. If you are, make sure you share it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can subscribe at iTunes.
Hello.
Nadine, Graham Mack, how are things?
I'm out. I'm free.
Who was it got you out? Was it the lift company or the fire brigade?
They both turned up at the same time, but the fire brigade done the most work.
Yeah, and are the fellas there? They're nice looking fellas?
Yeah, nice looking fellas.
So are you still going to go carry on to work now, or is that it? Is this your day?
Yeah, I've got to go back to work. I'm actually 4 months pregnant as well, so that's why they had to send out the fire brigade.
Nadine, why didn't you say something before now? It would have increased the urgency.
I know.
Why did you keep that to yourself?
I did tell them. I did tell the engineers, but they
Nadine! Goodness me!
No, no.
All right, so you think you're okay? Everything's okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I used the toilet as soon as I got out.
Right, okay. And goodness me, 4 months pregnant. I had no idea. Wow.
I got in there about 20 to 8.
Yeah.
I've only just got out now, so.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. And so you're still going to go to work today. Where do you work?
I'm actually an assembler. I make air conditioning units.
You make air. If only you had an air conditioning unit in that lift when it was getting
still
hot.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
So, Nadine, thanks for letting us follow your dilemma. I'm glad we've got a happy ending here.
That's all right. Did you play my dad's track?
I played Love in an Elevator, just like you. I played it for your dad, Dean, who was he was who called me up and told me.
Everyone at my work for me.
What's the name of the
boyfriend? Fletcher.
Fletcher. Well, I'm sure he's been listening to your story.
Yeah, he's been listening. They've all been listening at work, tuned in to you.
What's the name of the work?
The name is Lewis, Tyler and Sons.
Okay, and they're in Welling Garden City?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, well, Nadine, so glad it's a happy ending. Thank you very much for letting us share
it. You've made my morning.
You've made our morning, and 4 months pregnant, I didn't know. Hey, thank you so much.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Cheers, Nadine.
Cheers, bye.
Bob's Breakfast.